Hello, guys, and welcome back to the grand finale between Phantom 5 versus the Punishers, revealing India's Dota 2 community by Crowd Control Esports. And today I'll be joining alongside
Okay. Did we? Okay, that was anticlimactic, guys. Anyway, I'll do my own introduction. Uh, I am Crimson Karan here. I have our great streamer Grim with us, and
Moshi
our
Mosh.
my co-caster who just had an anticlimactic entry, Mr. Kuma. So anyway, let's get into this interesting match coming up here, and we have the teams here. Two amazing teams. What do you say, Kuma?
Yeah, I mean, yesterday I was casting with Aries to watch Phantom 5 team, and they were so scary. Like yesterday, we saw the Tux pick coming out with the OD pick coming out, and they just wrecked them. That the opponents had to, call it GG, and they forfeited the match because they were that scary. But I'm hoping
And
that we get a best of three match from both Punisher and Phantom 5.
let's put out the fact that one of the player DC'd before we have crowd throwing tomatoes at us. Guys, I mean,
No, I mean like you need to spice it up, right? Like there should be something to
yeah.
spice it up, right? Like
And
without
I,
without no spice, the maze doesn't seem interesting, right? What do
yeah,
you
yeah,
say?
I agree, but we need to put in the facts, disclaimers too.
Yeah, I mean like they got disconnection. I mean they got disconnected and they were not able to rejoin, so we have to move along according to the rules and regulation of the game. I mean of the tournament. Okay, so let's move into the pick and ban phase. So the second ban phase is up, and at the moment, Phantom has banned out Willow, Doom, Timbersaw, and Slark, which is a typical ban. And from the Punisher side, Ancient,
Nick's
Phantom
assassin.
Lancer, Nyx Assassin, and Spectre. So what do you think about this pick and ban phase? Like both the supports have been picked, or we don't know where Woodwing is gonna go because Woodwing.
Yeah, Woodwing, I have seen him play in mid. I have seen him play
Yep.
in all the lanes actually.
Yeah,
He's
actually
pretty,
like flexible.
yeah, very
Woodwing.
flexible. I mean, he can play as carry or support too. So he's so
Yep.
flex pick. It's so hard to predict where he can go.
Yeah,
And
and
then we have Grimstroke, one of the most picked supports of this league, I suppose. Series. I mean,
yeah,
in the
and
last. Yep, yep, go ahead.
even in the last match, we saw how impactful this Grimstroke can be with his. Then the worst part is he has a soul bite which connects like soul bite, and I know why did they ban the Doom because if you're soul binded to two heroes, and if the Doom is put on you, two heroes are immediately taken out from the team fight before it even starts, right?
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. And I mean, Ogre Magi has been. I mean, people have been saying that he's not good, but I've been seeing
Mm-hmm.
him performing very well in this series.
Yeah, I
Right.
mean like Ogre Magi and a Viper lad, like you don't want to be there, and I wouldn't be surprised if they go for the Viper because yesterday we saw Phantom 5 abusing the Viper, which forced QWE to change their land, and because of that, Red King didn't have enough farm because there's no way that he
Yeah, it
can
was.
land against a Viper and an Ogre Magi. So maybe they're gonna be going for the Viper. But do you trust this melee support? Like they have a Tusker and an Ogre Magi, right? They don't have any range support.
I mean, Ogre Magi can give a range support, and he's just basically bloodthirst. His mage's skill right there.
Okay,
Oh, a
the
Luna being picked
Luna.
here.
Mhm.
Yeah, and an interesting pick, I must say.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday they have been using Luna. Like yesterday, we saw what Phantom 5 can do with this Luna pick. Like the
Yeah,
Eclipse yesterday, it was on point, and they were able to wipe out the entire team and take it into their favor. So let's see what they're gonna be doing.
yeah. Wraith King is also pretty good. I mean, until you do it, until you play him right and not forcing to change lanes and like left to right.
True, true, true. I hope, but I believe in Punishers. Like even their name says it all. Like Punishers, like they have to punish the enemy Phantom 5. So I don't think
Yeah,
that's gonna be a problem for them. But I wouldn't be surprised if they pick the Viper out there because they already have like two frontliners. Or what do you think about it?
I
Who
mean,
do you think?
I don't really take Ogamagi as much of a frontliner because uh, most of the assassins or most of the heroes can kill him.
Yeah,
And
you're going back to your era of valor, right? with the assassins.
Ah, yeah, I forgot. Anyway, reviewing that out, Tusker is a pretty good frontliner. He has a lot of CC with his snowball and his ult. Oh, bristleback. Okay, that's one frontliner I can get by.
Yeah, I mean they have like Bristol Breck. Bristol Breck can just create so much of space for Luna right here. Like they have this
Yeah,
Olga Mega in the tugs, and they'll just be following Bristol Breck. And even if they jump on Luna, they have the helping hand with the snowball, right?
yeah,
So
man,
Luna
yeah,
is gonna be safe. She's gonna be untouched
man, yeah. I
unless
mean,
Hootwing positions herself so well and uses his acorn shot into the buckle shot and just shoosh, hit
yeah,
one
us
shot maybe.
or yeah, maybe Punisher can pick up some of these Invis heroes. They are no less in what we say Dota. There's Ricky. There is. I mean, you have items that will make you invisible. I mean, Dota is like. Wow. Every time I open Dota, I'm fascinated how much the game is broken.
I mean, like, see, but here's a fact about Dota that anybody can farm, but only few people can carry, right?
Yeah, yeah, true.
So,
Yeah,
so, so let's see what happens. I wouldn't be surprised to see Punisher picking a Bad Rider and taking it away from Phantom 5. Okay, so the Queen of
Ooh,
Pen.
man. Yeah, that's something I didn't see coming. Like,
Yeah, even me, I didn't expect a Queen of Pen to be in this series, but maybe they're comfortable with Queen of Pen. And here's the tricky part, alright? Some people use Queen of Pen as a position 4, like which I generally don't prefer, but some people do use that, so Hoodwink might go into the mid lane as well. But let's see
I
what
mean,
Punisher has
Queen
in
of
plan.
Lane is also used in the mid lane,
Mm-hmm.
so there's another charge. I mean, Punisher has put the what we say such a flex picks in all these what we say all their picks. It's really hard for Phantom 5 to guess what's their positioning. So they're
Mm-hmm.
still in awe that where will the Woodwing go? I mean, Wraith King will go either the safe or one. He's one of the laners, so that has nothing to do. Grimstroke also may or may not lane with Wraith King. So this is one of the most flex picks they have taken, and they have confused me. I don't know about the enemy, but I am pretty confused at where the what is gonna go. I mean, what's
Yeah,
your
like
prediction?
I mean, honestly, they wouldn't risk a Queen of Pen in the final series on a position 4, because if it goes, then they'll be laning against an Ogre Magai and a Luna, right? So they won't be getting that much amount of farm as well. So and they won't be able to harass that much. So most probably it might be a mid lane.
Yeah. I mean, Luna and Tusk also can be one of the lanes. That is also an open option.
Yep.
And Bristleback goes well with Ogre, even goes well with Tusk. So there's another flex option on for the side of Phantom 5.
Yeah, I mean like they have a lot of option under their belt.
Yeah, both the teams are putting out a lot of options. They are pretty much.
Yeah, and they know that they still haven't. Okay, so they're gonna be banning out the Ursa and the Legion Commander. Not so sure about the Legion. Instead, they could have banned heroes like Mars, or they could have banned heroes like Centaur, because that's the way they can catch up to Luna. Because
Yeah.
Phantom 5 has like a lot of offline options for them.
Oh,
Okay, the Chaos
CK.
Knight.
So therefore, Woodwink or the Queen of Pain will be a support.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Okay, the Tinker
Tinker.
comes in.
Okay. I mean,
I mean,
I
like
have nothing.
they have caught me off guard with all of these picks coming in.
True. I have no words on what to do. I mean,
Yeah,
Grimstroke,
and
Tuskar being the only common, like, only worthwhile, like, common picks taken up. Rest of them are really 50
off
50 on my end.
meta. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean like most of them are off meta, but then let's see how they interact with each other. Cause Master Instinct last time we saw how he was dominating the mid lane, so I'm hoping to see a lot. Cause if Tinker comes online and Bristleback comes online, then there is no way they can push even the high ground, and they're just gonna be Tinker is just gonna be cutting waves unless they put some Tinker wards around their jungle. That's the only way to counter him.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
if you look at the team fight explosion that is going to be coming out from both the teams, Who do you think is gonna come out on top, Phantom 5 or the Punisher, if they go head to head in a 5-5?
I mean, I would say I really can't say because both the teams have really good picks. Uh, like both teams scale well. None of them like have scaling issues. Really hard to tell. One would be I think Punisher would come on top because I don't
Mm-hmm.
really trust the Ogrema guy. Other than that, I think pretty good picks on both ends. I'd
Mm.
say.
And Hoodwink, let's see. Okay, I thought like we'll have a history on Hoodwink whether he won his last game or the
Oof,
first
saw
game.
the number of matches on Ludwig. Almost
Yeah,
700.
I mean let's see what's gonna happen. So match is underway for the grand finale between Punisher and Phantom 5. So if you guys just joined us right now, I'll be casting alongside. My name is Krauser, and I'll be casting alongside Grimstroke. So let's get this underway. And also, if there's any stats, because I know like Dota has been there for a very long time. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. If there's anyone on the chat, yeah, Grimstroke, I heard you're gonna become a dad soon. So congratulations on that.
Who?
You.
Seriously. Oh, that was.
Kidding. That was just a Custer in between
Okay.
job, which I necessarily didn't have to do, but yeah. Okay, so
Alright.
let's get it underway with the match. Okay, so there's going to be a normal, like if you look at the items, everything's going to be starting normal for everyone. And as suspected, Queen of Pen will be going to the mid lane, and position 4 will be the
Good
Hoodwink.
wing.
So yeah.
Uh, Not the best, but yeah, it's fine. It's livable.
Okay, so let's see if they're going to be contesting the ruins. Oh no, they're just going to take the ruins and they're just going to back off, go to their lane and chill and visit. And as you can see, Hoodwink has already set up a really good ward in Phantom 5's jungle. So
Wraith King already taking his position in lane, trying to.
yeah. And I don't know what Ogre Magi is doing in the mid. Okay, so he was teleporting. Okay, not bad.
Ooh. So what's already being placed, trying to make some. And Wraith King trying to creep push. Oh well.
Yeah, if you look at the land matchup between Tinker and Queen of Pen, I feel like both of them will have a really good time enjoying in both the lands. But okay, so the Tusker is just gonna go ham on the Grimstroke, and as you can see, there's a deep ward coming in, and that's to scout out if there
Ooh.
is any courier coming in. He wanted to snipe the courier, but then he gets a lot of damage from Grimstroke, which
And here we go, the hoodwink poking down the ogre. And yeah, ooh, nicely done. Ooh, nice stun coming out from CK. And a good amount of poke. Wow.
I mean,
Awesome play.
there was a lot of aggression coming out from the bot lane of Phantom 5, and so Luna is forced to use his South, which is actually not good unless because you don't want to spend so many resources on bringing yourself, right? Like take 1-2 bit of trade and just go back. And Wrecking is gonna take a hell lot of damage.
Oh, I think that we're gonna see the first draw.
The first blood comes in, and Carl on the Grimsnow snatches with the stroke of fate.
Yikes.
I mean, there was a lot of aggression coming in from both the teams, but this is what I wanted to watch in the finale. Like, because it's so
fast-paced gameplay. Yeah. I mean, I would have seen a little more like the held back gameplay. I would like, okay, finals have to play it safe a little bit, but I don't think both the teams agree with me.
Yeah, I mean, like they have to make sure that the bristleback doesn't come online, because once it does, he can create so much of havoc until and unless one of the Punisher gets an urn or a vessel, they won't be able to like do anything to the bristleback. So if bristleback comes online, then Luna will have so much of space in the world, and Luna is the type of a champion. If she gets space, if she goes into the jungle, then within minute 20 to minute 25, she's gonna come out huge with a Mouse of Madness, Manta, or a BKB. So the South is gonna be popped by Bristol.
And if if the supports of the team do the proper creep stacking, I mean, so that would just infinitely increase the chance of Luna and this Bristleback getting online.
And if you look at the last hit from Red King is actually leading the chart with 16,
Yeah.
16 and 3 denies. Next up is
Oh,
the
the
Bristleback. Oh, okay, so the Grimstone is gonna get struck. It's gonna get stuffed, but then
I think he's gonna survive.
Red,
Yes, superbly
yeah,
played.
Red King
I think
comes to the
that's.
rescue and the
Yeah, I
stun
think
is
he's
up
dead.
and they might be able
Oh
to
yeah,
kill off the Tusk.
yeah. Second kill
Yeah,
on that Tusk. I mean,
there was
Tusk
a
should hold back a bit. I think he's just over aggressing. After the first kill, he should have just held on because BB is gonna take a little time to just start. He has no mana actually right now. He
and
can't just spam skills.
I mean, it was actually a really, really good setup coming in with the Ice Shard. Like, Grimstroke had nowhere to go, but then Red King comes out on top, lands the stun, lands everything, and Tux has nowhere to go because he can't
Yeah,
even
I
snowball
think this
away.
Bristleback is yeah, he's dead. Yep, there you go. Oh, another kill to that Grimstroke. I mean, this it feels like what we say, Wraith King support and Grimstroke carry. Oh,
I
Ogre.
mean, but Carl on this Grimstroke is actually doing a really, really good job. Like,
Yeah,
till now, I haven't seen him miss his stroke of fate. Like, generally
yeah.
in Pulse, if you look, okay, so there's a 2 second stun coming in with the Brown, and the Luna comes in with the Listen Beam, and Ogre
Saves him.
Mega is just gonna walk away. So even on B10, if you look at the CS difficulty coming in, Tinker is ahead in 16, which we're not even surprised about it, but Queen of Pen has 7 denies.
Interesting. And here we go again. There you
The
go.
stun followed up into the
Yeah.
silence, and the stroke of fate is gonna come out and it's gonna land, and that's a really, really dead Tusker.
I mean, that's 3 kills to the. How many kills? Can we see the kills, Mike?
I think that's 3 kills on the Grimstroke right here. Okay, that's a 4 kill. Like, this is gonna be like Carl is having the game of his life. I mean,
man.
like if it was a, I'm not gonna lie, if it was a pop, the carry, which is the Red King, would have just rage quit like, yo, stop taking the kills. But then at the end of the day, they're just, it's not a KS. I mean, it is a KS, like, kill secure, not a kill still.
I mean, in team play, there is no case. It's just one for the team, I must say.
Oh, and Tinker couldn't get any of the water runes, so he's forced back. He's gonna walk. He's gonna walk. Yeah, he did.
who
He's
has,
gonna refill up and come back.
who has the better laning phase, in your opinion? The Queen of Pain or the Tinker?
I mean, see, if I was using, okay, so there's a rotation. There's a first rotation coming up, but the echo shot, and he's gonna follow up with a snowball. That's a really, really good. There's an ice shot coming in, and that's a really, really bad hit. There was a good rotation, and CK is trying to take it back with the start, and the start is pop. There's a 2 second stun, one shot is needed, and that was a really beautiful kill. Like,
I think
even if,
CK is also gone. Yeah, poor man is gone.
oh, okay, so
I think the Bristleback is dead. Yep, Bristleback dead. Another kill taken out. Kill getting shut down there.
and holy shit, that was a really, really good juke coming in using those 3 lines, using that vision properly by Chaos Knight, and he's able to survive. So much is happening all around the map. Like, this is the final that we wanted, and this is what we're getting it. And I would like to give credit to the Punishers. Like I said, the name itself, Punishers, they're gonna be punishing enemies, right? As soon as they saw that the Tugs had meta rotation, they know that Bristol is alone in the lane, so they just go ham and they get a kill. And it would have been really good for Phantom5 if they were okay. The rotation coming in, the Inkswell into the Phantom and he can just kill it off. That was a beautiful rotation again coming in from Brimstone. I mean, overall, Punisher is playing really good, and the snowball is gonna come in to save the Luna, but the Echo Shot gets it with the Buckle Shot, and Chaos Knight might pay for this forward stepping, but he's going to go into the tree line, and the vision has been cut off. He's just going to walk away from this, and the 3 second stance comes in, and will they be able to do okay?
Oh my god! Damn! Amazing
good
Woodwing stunts there. Wow!
And whoa, Ogre Mega has no mana. Like, what you gonna do when you have no mana? You can't do anything about it.
I mean, this CK player, who is this man? He's been
absolutely fantastic this whole game.
Yeah, man. He just.
the
He's just
chaos
been
ball into the reality rift, and that's all there is. Okay, so I guess he's overstaying a little bit. The snowball
yeah,
is gonna come in with the help of Fan on Ogre Mega,
yeah.
and that's just a dead chaos knight. But I know like why he's kind of over confident, I would say, because he's having a really good game.
Yeah, I mean, he overstayed his welcome. Let's get
The
that. Okay.
Inkswell is gonna come out, but then it's gonna be stopped right there by Ogre Mega. And then there's a rotation coming in from Scream of Pen. Scream of Pen is gonna get the kill on the
Nice
Luna,
silence.
and
Oh, the
that's a
woodwing.
bad.
Damn. I
That's
mean,
a
I'm not
bad.
even sure if he's a support anymore. I mean, I'm not sure if there are supports on the side of Punishers. They be like, we taking all the kill.
Punishers is having a really good game.
And this is a snowball, man. Real snowball.
And
311.
this is looking really scary for Phantom5 to come back into this game, because the Red King is gonna get ahead, and once the Red King is ahead, there's nothing much you can do about it to stomp him, because he already has 2 life. But then
Yeah.
I would like to talk about this Hoodwink. His acorn shot and his bushwhack are so on point this game. Like there's no escaping from this. And even props to Grimstroke for making such a good rotation. I mean, the rotations from them, like they're able to secure a kill. They're like the one good thing about Team Punisher is that once they make a rotation, they make sure that they get a kill out of it.
Yep. They have been constantly. I think they're gonna just try to harass this Ogamage. Ooh,
Yeah.
they're. I mean, yeah.
Chaos
I
Knight is
think.
gonna cut the trees, and that's a
Yeah,
really dead Ogre Mega, because level.
Ooh, a
there-
TP
there's
coming
levels-
in from Tusker. I think this. Yeah, Hoodwink is dead. CK will survive and he will escape. Oh,
Yeah, he will just walk away from them. I mean, like a support for a support, so it's fine. And on top of that, if I'm not wrong, CK got the kill, and
no.
in
I don't think so.
No, I mean CK got the kill on the Ogre Mega, so that's not a word.
Maybe,
And
yeah.
Bristol is just doing his Bristol thing, like he's gonna get caught on the stun
Yeah.
coming in into the silent, and he's trying to TP away. The Fatal Stroke comes out, and that's a dead Bristol. I mean, Bristol is having a really tough game. Like, there's nothing he can do about it. And Tinker is going for his Boots of
Ooh.
Trouble first, and there's gonna be an engage in the jungle, and I don't think.
Oh, I think he is dead.
Yep, the Scream of Pain into. Okay, so Tinker still survives. He just let it be.
What the?
The Ogre Mega comes and saves the Tinker. We all thought he was dead for sure, but he somehow survives it thanks to the Ogre Mega. That was a really beautiful rotation coming in, and the armies are just gonna let them reset for now. Whew. There's no one is chilling. Okay, so the shot comes into, and the silence followed up by the silence, and the Queen is gonna go in,
I
and
think
he's
he's
gonna complete the kill from the last.
Yeah, finally. Oh, oh,
That was a.
here. Yeah. And I can't even commentate on someone.
Okay, the Fatal Stroke is gonna light it up, and that's a triple kill coming in for the Queen of Pain. And I'm pretty okay. So he lands. I thought he was gonna set it up for the acorn shot. I mean the bushwhack, but then this squirrel. It's so hard to catch this squirrel. The snowball comes in, and Queen of Pain is gonna just wait for him, and CK is there, and he's gonna give the star and the reality rift, and that's a really bad Tusker. A beautiful place coming in all around the map from Team Punishers. And I would like to say, like, I'm pretty sure this squirrel is getting into the head, because he has been so sneaky this entire game. His bushwhack are on point, his acorn shots are on point, and that was a really good sharpshooter on the Tinker. I actually want to see the network, like if the streamers can show us the network of how things are going. And on top, if you can see, Luna.
Anyway.
Yeah, Luna
Okay,
has.
so we have the WK just. Was it me?
I think you
WK
just lost him. We can still hear
Yep.
him. Anyways, guys, coming back.
I mean, WK has so much gold right now. He has a pretty decent lead. I don't. What do you think of the Tinker final pick? I think it was one of the picks that is costing them heavily on the side of Phantom5.
Tinker's gonna
I mean-
take some time.
Yeah, Tinker is gonna take some time to come online. That's a really, really good Archer coming in with the snowball and the Waller Sponge coming in. Lekin, yeah, before he died, he gave the soul bite, and because of that, they're able to take down Tusker and the Bristleback. They've stepped too far, and there's gonna be a triple kill coming in for this Queen of Pain. I mean, I honestly thought Tinker's gonna have a good time, Lekin, because of the huge rotation coming out from the Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain is leading by a lot because if you're a tinker, you don't want your tinker to be like, look at his net
Oh,
worth.
I
Like
mean,
there's
look
a
at this replay, man. See that ball coming
yeah.
up.
Before he died, he
Amazing.
gave the soul
Look
bite,
at.
and because of that, they're able to take down
Oh, and that
Tusker and the
triple kill.
Bristleback. There's the backup comes in right in time for Phantom. I mean, for Punishers, and that was a really really good executed play. Like even though Grimstroke died, he died for a cause. Like he was able to land his soul bind, and because of that, and on top of that, okay, so they're gonna be smoking up and Bristleback. This is a dead Bristleback because the Inkswell followed up into the Echo Shadow, the Bushwhack into the Sharpshooter, but Bristleback is so tanky. Like Queen of Pain is gonna come in and he's gonna try to help out his friend. So he's gonna get multi-casted stuns into the Water Sponge, but he's gonna make it out. The Ready Shield comes out from the Chaos Knight, and that's a dead Tusker and a dead Ogre Mega. I mean, Ogre Mega, most of this fight, if you notice, like he doesn't have mangoes with him, so like he's running out of mana, and they know that. Oh, Tinker just barely manages to reset. He has the boot of travel, so he can be anywhere. He's going to rearm, come back. That's just Tinker doing his Tinker things. Lekin, if you look at the network distributed among all of them, things are looking dire for Phantom 5. Like they need to step up the
Yeah.
game because Luna is not having the game of his life. Like he finishes for Luna, like generally, like for Luna to go into the jungle, you actually need a mobbing marks or a marks of badness for sustain
Yeah.
items that he needs. So things are looking really really bad for Phantom 5. They have to step it up, and I'm pretty sure like it all depends on waves, get the farm, and he's just gonna be a nuisance. Like if Tinker gets the farm, then I don't think Hoodwing and Grimstroke will make it out alive. They're not the tanky. They're just supports, and they're gonna be okay. Can they spot the Bristol though? They have a vision. They have an Ozu over there, so they know the positioning of the Hoodwing and the Grimstroke. So what do you think about this match overall?
I mean, this has been one-sided throughout. Like 5 and 22. I mean, anyone could say that.
Sorry for that.
The boots of travel being used. I mean, Tinker is gonna take.
Yeah.
If Tinker doesn't come online, Tinker and this Luna don't come online soon. This match is not looking good for the side of Phantom 5.
Yeah, I mean they need to take team fights right now because at this moment Red King is getting a lot of space, and we see 10 kills coming in for Queen of Pain, followed up by Hoodwing with 5 kills, and Carl he's just gonna stay. He's gonna be happy with the 4 kills he got early game.
I mean, those 13 assists.
I mean, like Grimstroke is having a really, really good game because of that early, game pressure that they had. Red King is having the time of his life. He's getting all the farms he wants, and let's see what he builds that into. Let's see what he builds that. So the Radiance is already completed, and now he's gonna go for the Blink Dagger, and this is a really, really good timing for Red King to come online. And as you can see, Chaos Knight is just waiting in the bush, and that's going to be a deny coming in for the Rarity. Comes out, coming in with a 3-second stun, and the Sharpshooter is going to come in, and that's a dead Luna. Snowball comes in, but that's too late, and on the mid-land, Bristleback kind of overstep, and he's going to pay for his life. Maybe Red King still has reincarnation, and they're going to kill it off. So kill this love is going beyond gold, and the silence lands. The scream was not needed. That's a little bit of overkill, but yeah, they're leading. So the silence is gonna come out, and Inkswell followed up, and that's a dead.
I mean, the Grimstroke is playing right out of his mind.
Yeah, Punishers is having a really, really good time, and the best thing about what I love about this team fight is that they're layering the spells. Generally people just throw everything at one go, but then the way Punishers are layering spells one after another. The silent comes out, then the stun comes out, then the Inkswell comes out, and right after they're about to get the stun is gonna get over. The Echo Shot comes out, so they're permanently disabled for 1 minute. So Phantom 5, even though they have a bristleback, they shouldn't come up solo to a fight because they're just gonna be disabled for 5 to 6 seconds because the Punishers are layering it so well with all their abilities.
Yeah.
And I believe the Chaos Knight is gonna go. Okay, so the reality is try to reality wave, but he has stepped too far, and this might be the first death. And this is okay, so he's gonna TP out, but they have no stun, they have no CC. Oh,
Yeah. Oh, still they kill him.
they kill him. I thought he was gonna make it out alive. I mean, and this is what I was talking about, layering the spell. Ogre Mega started off with the stun, so he had no stun to cancel the TP, and even they had no water sponge. But they're able to come out on top. But this is something that they should be looking out for. Like if you layer the spell, and the silence is gonna come in, and he's gonna ink swell himself, but the Bristol back
I think
there's a
that's
2x multicast, that Grimstroke. I mean, they have stepped a little bit too far, and Hoodwink, you're in a really tight spot, and he's going to be tipping out, and there is no way that they can reach them, and that was actually a really beautiful play coming in from the Squirrel himself. I mean, the Squirrel is having the time of his life playing this game.
I mean, that's a fat-fed squirrel, I suppose.
And then like he's just having the time of look at his item. He's 18 minutes into the game, and then he already has an Aether Lance. Okay,
I
so
mean,
the
at
silence,
this point, you can't even consider him as a support.
yeah, I mean he's doing a lot of work.
Yep.
And the best part, and then I'm pretty sure like Phantom 5, if you look at the tilto meter, I'm pretty sure it's beyond 7 or 8. Looking at how Hoodwink is playing, because he's using the vision so well. And there's no detection, and finally they put up a ward of Tinker Ward. It's actually supposed to be Punishers putting up the ward, but Phantom 5 are forced to put an on-observer ward in their own jungle. And the BKB, and if the BKB comes online for the Queen of Fan, things are gonna look so dire for Phantom, because there is no way they'll be able to reach this Queen of Fan, and they already has a silence, so they have 2 silence overall, one with Grimstroke and one from the Orchid that is there on the Queen of Fan. So there's gonna be a TP coming in and a blink used by the Tinker. And CK, he has a 3 second start. Can he make it out alive?
Nah.
And I don't think. Okay, so there's a beautiful save coming in. There's a huge rotation coming in from the Queen of Ben. The scream is just in time, but to know if the Chaos Knight dies. But they lost so many. They lost 3 of the heroes. What you gonna do about it? That was a beautiful
the
execution.
Snipe, man. The Woodwink is just playing right out of his mind. He's just.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this Hoodwink is a Valorant player as well, because his snipes are on point. His sharpshooter is always on point. Like, I would like to give credit to Phantom 5 as well. Like, they saw 4 of the heroes in the bottom tower. They were trying to take down the tower, so they were like, okay, rotation coming from the Queen of Ben. The screen is just in time, but to know if the Chaos Knight dies. But that's they lost so many. They lost 3 of the heroes. What you gonna do about it?
Damn,
I mean,
that shooter.
overall, Punishers are having a really good game.
Yeah.
And even Grimstroke just got done with his Etherland, and he's gonna be taking a Tomb of Knowledge level 10. He's gonna be level 11 now. And if can we have a look at the network, please? Because I really want to see like how things are working out. And Red King is leading. Look at the goal difference between Luna and the Red King.
Almost
Because of the early game advantage and the beautiful rotations coming out from Team Punisher, Red King is looking so scary. And then Red King, I believe he's going for, I don't know which item he's going for, and there's a blink coming in from the Tinker, and the Tinker will manage to get away. Okay, so there's a really huge dive coming in from the Red King. I guess he stepped too far, but look at the wards being placed. They know that Luna wasn't there, so he just blinks in, and the Stroke of Fate is gonna get the Tusker, and that's a dead Ogre Mega. The Luna is coming in, but it's a little too late. They have 11k lead right now, and I feel like Punishers, they can force a Roshan right now. They can force a Roshan fight, and they can just end the game.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They even need a Roshan at this point. Pushing towers might just end the match.
And the worst part is Red King already has his. Oh, that's a really beautiful buckle shot coming in. Queen of Pen is going to come in with the silence, followed up by the ink swell into another silence, and that's a dead crystal back. The way Team Punishers are playing is so good. They're layering everything like cream layer, icing on a cake. Like how they're utilizing the
Dire's
spells.
bottom
And like I
tower
said,
is under
if
attack.
Punishers are able to find Bristol or even one hero, like if they find a solo hero, they're just dead because he's going to be disabled for more than 6 seconds, and this is just what been
Dire's
happening
bottom
for the
tower
past
is
few
under
matches now.
attack.
I mean, for the past few minutes now.
Yeah, the way they just use the skills is amazing. The Woodwing stun comes in, then the CK's reality rift, or the Queen of Pain's silence coming out. Like they layer it so well that there's nothing much the player can do. They lay like, oh, I'm dead.
Yeah. And Bristleback, you don't make a big movie
Radiant
on
are
Bristleback,
scanning.
right? So
Yeah,
there's nothing
exactly.
you can do about it. Whew. Like, if you were Team Phantom 5, like, what will you be doing right now?
There is a surrender button on DoTA because that is one thing I would do.
They can,
Oh, there
for
you see. They are dead as hell, Luna.
the Luna is just gone, and this is going to be an easy raw shot for Team Punisher. And you know they can't even deal with a 2-life Red King. So now they okay. So it's not the Red King, but it's the Queen of Pain gonna pick up the Aegis.
I mean, did you see how they were guarding the thing? Like, oh, there he goes. And that's a dead
The stun followed up into the orchid, and that's dead. I mean, for now, Phantom 5. Honestly, I feel like this is a GG call for them,
Yeah.
and they have to work out on their next match and see how things are going to turn out. Because this
Yeah, they took
Red
way too
King,
many heroes that take
Radiant's
too
middle
long to
tower
farm
is
out.
under attack.
In their choice of heroes was, oh, there he goes. See?
icon shot.
I mean, they don't have much
Dire's
to do.
top tower is under
There you
attack.
go. See again, silence. Oh, he misses the first one.
To
And
the
the Queen of
stun,
Pain.
to the scream of pain, and that's a dead Bristol Bear. I feel like Bristol shouldn't die that fast, but because of the layering, the silence that is coming out from them, and because of that, Bristol can't stack up. So because of that, Bristol is just dying. And this is actually a really, really beautiful play coming in from the Punishers. And like I said, the name itself, Punishers, they're gonna be punishing their opponents. And like it all started snowballing. Like they're actually the Inkswell comes in, the stun comes in, the silence. And like I said, they're just layering it like icing on a cake. And that's a dead Tusker. So
Yeah,
they're going to be scouting out the Tinker. They don't know where the Tinker or the Luna is. They saw it. They saw them for a brief second, and they're going to chase them out. And Tinker, they spotted the Tinker. Can Tinker go back to
I
the
don't
base?
think
Okay,
he's
that's
dead.
a silence into the start, and that's a dead Tinker.
Yeah, like how they hunt is something that awes me. They're already like they have at least 2 to 3 people who are ready to layer out their what is their skills.
And right now they have 17k lead. Things are not looking that good. But let's see, like this match, I'm pretty sure I haven't seen even one Eclipse coming off from the Luna because she's not getting the space. They're not getting the proper team fight because there's always like 2 or 3 of them dying, and there's gonna be double damage picked up by the Queen of Pain. And I feel like this is gonna seal the deal.
Yeah, this is gonna end it. I mean, this match is really done. I think they took way too many heroes that take way too long to. Sorry, what we say?
Radiant's
Farm
Phantom
out.
5. Yeah, Phantom 5 took way too many heroes that be like farm dependent. Once they fell behind, they had no comeback strategy right there.
Yeah, that is true. But credit to Team Punisher as well. They took advantage of that so well. For once I
Yeah.
thought Red King was gonna get stunned up, but the Inkswell comes in and he's just gonna walk away. And remember guys, he has another health, so he doesn't actually give a crap about what they're throwing at them.
He'll just
Okay, so
come
the
back.
Bookshake is gonna come out, the Inkswell, and the silence is gonna be landed on. Oh, they're finally able to take down the Red King for the first time, but will they be able to take him down for the second time? I don't think so. He blinks away into the jungle, and they've taken the tier 3 turret on the bot lane, and they've just opened up space. They're gonna go for the mid-range barracks, and let's see what they're gonna be doing right now.
I mean, this is pretty much a GG. Like, there's not much anyway Phantom5 can do. They can just try to delay the match a little longer. But personally, I
Yeah,
think this is a pretty much sealed deal. No one, there's nothing they can do about the
and
whole.
see, if you look at Tinker's item, he already has a scepter and a blink dagger. Like, and that should have been online 10 minutes. I mean, that should have been online 20 minutes into the game or 25 minutes. I mean, 24 minutes into the game. I think it's a little bit too late, but let's
I
see what they
mean,
can.
it is 28 minutes into the game, so well, it's not far from your predictions.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that far, but then if it okay, so Inkswell is gonna come out into the silence, and there was a beautiful
4 stars.
orb.
Yes. Ouch.
And there's a soulbind coming in, but they know. Okay, so Red King is stepping a little bit too far. The soulbind finally connects onto the Ogre Mega, but he's just gonna walk away. The silence, followed up by silence, and the BKB. And finally, we can see an Eclipse coming on, and that's gonna be a dead. But they have second life. The Aegis is finally proc, and this is a dead Ogre Mega. Finally, we see the
Yeah.
Eclipse, but the Eclipse was used to kill off the Red King, who already had reincarnation, and Queen of Pen already had the Aegis. So this is going to be an easy barrack for them. And Chaos, and oh wait, I thought that was Chaos Knight, but that was actually the Red King. And the Chaos Knight is just going to be taking down the top tier tower, and that's a GG call coming in from Phantom5.
Yeah, this is pretty much was a sealed game from the very start.
Whew. It's 8-44. That's an absolute showman of domination. Like Punisher showed them like how they can dominate, starting from the early game. Like from the early game, Bristleback, he couldn't do anything much. They were playing really aggressive, and they got punished for that. And a beautiful with like Tusker knew that, like, hey boys, this is done. So he
Yeah.
made a rotation. He made a rotation, but they were able to kill off only one, and Chaos Knight got a return kill, and he was able to walk away safely. They were not able to punish that, and the rotations from Punishers were so much better. Just look, Queen of Pen has 18 kills, whereas Tinker is stuck with 1 kill, 1 in 5. Like Punishers, I mean Phantom, they need to work a lot on their drafting as well. Because like I said, I
Yeah.
don't like right now it's a fast meta game with a healing meta, so I would want them to pick like some range supports because Tux and Ogre didn't really come into play. And as you can see,
Yeah.
Ogre
Ogre
Magi,
did.
yeah,
Yoga
he
Meta
went,
was not really good in like the scaling. Like I said at the start, the scaling
yeah,
of Ogre Magai's scaling is really bad. Like by the end game, he's not that strong or something. But yeah, uh, on the side of whereas Punishers took pretty good scaling heroes, they made most out of their what we say, most of their supports. Like Grimstroke scales amazingly well, as we saw. Even the
mhm.
Hoodwink, who was told to play on the position 4 but didn't feel like anymore by the end
Yeah.
of
I
the
mean,
match.
look at this. I like he has 10 goal. Like that's 10k goal. That's equivalent to Luna's farm. So
Yeah,
basically, they had another carry
exactly.
on there.
Exactly.
Anyway,
So they,
yeah, that was the first game of the grand finale, and we'll be coming back. We'll be taking a 5 minute short, I mean 5 minute break, and we'll
And
come back
don't
to
go
you.
anywhere. Sorry to interrupt you, Kumar. Don't go anywhere. The teams were really eager to get next game started, and we'll
yep.
be jumping right into the next match. Happy to wait for you guys to grab some water, but you can get the stream rolling in the next match right away.
See you guys in a while.
Yep.
And welcome back to the second game of the series between Phantom 5 and the Punisher. This is the grand finale, and joining alongside will be with me is Grim and the CEO of Crowd Control Esports, Silence.
Well,
So yeah, so tell me, what do you think about the first match? You were watching the first match, right?
yep, absolutely. I think what they made some elementary mistakes, Phantom 5, and they let the pressure get to them because I didn't see their inventory being built in the right way, in
Mm-hmm.
my opinion, of course. I mean, Bristleback didn't even have a blade mail, right?
Yeah, I
And
mean, like,
he's getting punished left, right, and center. So being the primary tank, that was a quintessential item for him.
yeah, and then like if you look at Ogre Magi, he had a
Mhm.
Hand of Midas, and to no
Yep,
avail, he couldn't get anything out of it. Like that's
yep,
late into the game, and that's like 25 minutes in the game. Hands of Midas is not needed, but they went for a kind of like a greedy build.
yep,
So let's see what Phantom 5 has to offer moving into the
absolutely.
pick and ban draft phase.
I was in fact quite surprised. Even Chaos Knight got a 17-minute Midas. I didn't really see the point of that, but they had the upper hand, so no harm.
Mhm. I mean,
But in yep,
they were having the time of their life. So
hmm
let's just have fun, boys.
that
Okay, so
hoodwink was crazy, crazy on point.
that hoodwink, the acorn shot, the buckle shot, and the sharpshooter. Holy shit! Like
Mhm.
I was telling Grim, like he is a Valorant player for sure. Like he
I,
didn't miss any of his single skill shot. That was he didn't miss a single skill shot.
crazy, crazy play from there from Punishers. I mean, everything was on point. They were layering it as you guys said so beautifully. It was actually just a treat to watch.
Yep. And okay, so the Snapfire and the Weaver is gonna be picked up
5
by Phantom
seconds
5.
remaining.
Okay, so the Weaver. I mean, generally we don't see a Weaver, but let's see how Phantom 5 has to deal with this. And the Punishers are gonna be picking up the Rubik and the Tusker. And the
Very
Rubik,
interesting.
yeah, like the Rubik, I feel like Phantom 5 shouldn't pick
Radiant
those kind of a
team
heroes who can give away like a lot of stuff to the Rubik. Because if it's a good Rubik player, then they're gonna be punished so hard.
I know, right? I mean,
Yeah,
they have to be very wary of their ultis.
and Phantom 5 doesn't want to deal with the Grimstroke anymore, so they ban it out in the
10
first phase
seconds
itself.
remaining.
But
Mhm.
they're like, yo, even if you ban out the Grimstroke, I still have a
5
Rubik.
seconds
I
remaining.
know, right? I mean, Rubik is crazy, and I think they've played Rubik in one of the games in the earlier rounds,
Mhm.
and he was devastating. He
Yeah,
was outright devastating.
like if you're able to
Dire
get, I
team
mean, if
ban.
you're able to get the perfect spell for you, then that's going to change the whole momentum of the game in terms of their
Absolutely,
favor.
absolutely.
And the
And we also
Phantom,
see an LC ban.
I mean, I actually don't trust this LC ban because LC, even if you duel, right? Like there's so many ways to interrupt the duel. So I don't really trust this.
But
But
within
then,
a games, you can't, right? And with an overfed LC with a blessing, I
Mhm.
think
Dire team
it
pick.
becomes overpowering.
Okay, so they're going to be bending out the Timbersaw. I really wanted to see a Timbersaw gameplay this match because Timbersaw is a really good champion. He
Yep. I
doesn't
think
die.
yesterday we saw Timbersaw, right? Timbersaw being played, and he was insane. I think
Radiant
QWE
team
played
pick.
him, if I'm not
Yep.
mistaken.
When
Yep. Okay. So wait, they're doing something really weird here. I don't know who is going mid, who is going support, but then they locked in the Hoodwink again. So they have a
Hoodwink,
Rubik,
yeah.
Tusker, and a Hoodwink. I'm
They're
pretty
like,
sure
Hoodwink,
this would,
you played GG last match, you're promoted. You're now the carry.
or maybe kill this love is gonna pick up the Hoodwink and take him to the mid lane, or even it might be a Rubik mid lane. I don't know what's happening because I'm pretty sure Phantom 5 is confused as well. Like, bhai, ye kya ho raha hai?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So let's
It's
see what
gonna
they're
be
going to be replying it with. Okay, so they're going to be picking up the lion. That's a really good pick.
yep.
Lion gets enough finger of death. Plus, with the new talent that he has, he gets 70 health for every finger of death.
Not just that, his finger of death also increases damage. So
Mhm.
it's just
10
infinite
seconds
scaling,
remaining.
possibly.
Yeah, like you have, unless if you get the stack, then it's
5
if
seconds
you don't
Yep.
get the
remaining.
stack, then it's like
No, absolutely,
25
absolutely.
minutes into the game. 25 minutes into the game, if you have no stack or like one stack, like that's not gonna work out. Like you have to
then
make
then
sure.
you'll be poking the heroes with your ult.
Like yeah, but then I really like this lion pick coming out because last game they had no control. Like they had an ogre guy who can set it up for
But he was
them
out
with
of
the
mana.
stun,
He
and
was constantly out of mana. again, primary mistakes, right?
Yeah, like generally on my support, I really want them to carry
Radiant
Mango,
team pick.
taking the team fight, doing the laning fight, the clarity works. Okay, so there's
Oh,
going to be a
nice.
lone druid coming out
He's one of my personal
from
favorites,
Team
by the way.
Team Punisher. Yeah, I mean
Lone
that will
Druid,
be
any hero with 12 inventory slots is gotta be a favorite of mine.
but
Yeah. Here comes the
will
sim.
we
10 seconds
will
remaining.
we go into the late game to see him collect 12 items?
Well, let's see. I doubt that, but if they do, then he's gonna be punishing like crazy. And while we were on the topic of Lion, we forgot that Rubik with the Lion ult is actually quite dangerous as well.
Yep. And no, like everything is dangerous. Like even if you hack someone, unless
Mhm.
the mana drain, like hacks the
Mhm.
start, like if he's able to get one of those spells, like there's gonna be a really easy setup for the hoodwink or the tusker. So
Yep,
as
yep,
soon
yep.
as like if I was the lion, as soon as I use all my spells, the last spell that I'll be using is just mana
Mana
drain
drain.
someone, like yeah,
Yep,
anyone,
yep, yep.
because you have no regrets giving away the mana drain, right?
Yep. Absolutely agree. I mean, even his mana drain can be a pain, yeah.
Hmm?
Lion, even his mana drain can be such a pain for a hero like BB. I was
And
just
on top
playing
of that,
BB. Yeah.
yeah,
Radiant team
and on top of
back.
that, Snapfire, if Rubik gets a cookie, that can even change the even it can change the game, and they're gonna be taking up the Juggernaut. So this is gonna be possibly be a Weaver mid lane, and
Yep.
Juggernaut is gonna go into the carry lane. Because
Juggernaut is going to lane with Snapper, I feel, because again, the cookie
10
with the
seconds
Juggernaut Blade
remaining.
Fury is actually a good combo early on.
true. And
5
Lion being a
seconds
position
remaining.
4 is way better, so that you can go roam and secure the water ruins or the ruins for your mid laner. Because
Yep.
even if you rotate, right, like Lion has
Dire
so much of
team
control that you can just deny.
Radiant
I mean, Lion
team
is just
back.
one of those heroes you don't want to have. Lion and Shadow Shaman, I just don't like having in my opponent.
Dire team
Oh,
back.
I love Shadow Shaman and Lion. So there's going to be a Axe and an Invoker band coming out, whereas for a Team Punisher, there's going to be a Puff band coming out. I've been seeing a lot of Invoker bands coming out from.
Yeah, well, who wants to play against a good invoker? You tell me.
Yeah, I mean that is true.
10 seconds
I mean,
remaining.
he's just scary.
Radiant team pick.
Yeah, and then the simple combo coming off of Invoker, like the tornado into the EMP, and then your mana is
Into
gone.
the
Yeah,
yep.
and once your mana is gone, what you gonna do about it, right? Like especially if
No,
you are a Weaver. I mean, if you're a Weaver, if you don't have mana, then you can go back
10
into time and
seconds
get your health back, right? So that's just a bad Weaver.
Not just that. I mean, for a Weaver,
5 seconds
one
remaining.
tornado with that chaos. Chaos. What it's called? The meteor. The chaos
Uh-huh.
meteor. Weaver is pretty much half health or less. So it's very scary to have an invo in the opponent.
So this is going to be the last pick, and generally the last pick are the game-changing heroes, like as you have seen from
Surprise picks.
Phantom5 as well and Punishers as well. So let's see what their last pick is going to be. They're going to be taking up their reserve time, and they're thinking like how to counter this lone drain.
I think they should get something tanky because they don't really have any tank in the game so far in the team.
And Doom has been banned out. Centaur has been banned out. So they
Axe has been banned out. Not sure
So
BB.
yeah, I mean like DK would be really good, like to set up for Phantom5. Like if he gets his
Dire
blink,
team
and
pick.
DK also has a lot of really good
Zeus.
push potential,
Wow.
but then there's going to be a Zeus.
Wow.
Okay, so Weaver is basically playing an offline, which I generally don't like. I
Yep.
mean, he's gonna give a really hard time to the carry of Punisher. Like
Weaver, I
10
think Weaver and
seconds
Lion in
remaining.
one lane can really hard.
yeah, I mean they're going to be punishing really hard,
5
but
seconds
as you have
remaining.
seen, Punisher, they're really good with rotations. So if the rotations are on point, then they're going to be coming out on top. And if the Weaver and Lion land loses, then things are going to be looking really bad for Phantom5. And one more thing, I don't understand why did they pick a Zeus? Because there's a Rubik, right? If Rubik is able to take a skill from you, like we said, then things are not going to work out on your favor.
I'm just wondering what happens if Rubik can steal Nimbus. it's gonna be GG.
I mean, like, there's a lot of option. Like, it's like taking a kid to a toy store and telling them, like, "Whoa, which spell do you want?" There's
take a
so
pick,
many
take a
good.
pick.
There's so many good spells that
We
can
just talked
scale
about
up.
it, we just talked about it, that how they should really consider not picking heroes with spells that are devastating, and they've just gone and done that. I don't know. I
And
mean, I'm not convinced with that pick.
even Snapfire ka ulti, the Mortimer's case, right?
Mm.
If Ruby gets all of it, then look at
Mm.
the team fight potential. Like if Tux is able to land his ice wall and he takes the
Yep. Oh my god.
Rubik steals the ulti from Snapfire, then they're just gonna get melted.
I know, right? I mean, this is insane. I think their combo is on point for Punisher.
now
And
Okay.
Tiny,
your
oh
heroes.
wow.
Okay, so there's gonna be a position. Okay, so wait, I'm
I
actually
think
really
Tiny's
really
gonna be
confused.
offlane. I think Tiny's gonna go offlane.
Okay,
Offlane
wait,
with
they're doing something really really weird here.
I don't know if Punisher is messing around, but I mean, this is, I'm very fond of Tiny in pose 3 or pose 4. So it's
For
gonna be
me,
interesting.
Tiny on any lane, it's good, man. And if you look at both Phantom5 and Punisher's drafting, like team fight, Punishers have a really really good team fight if they're fighting 5-on-5.
For sure, for sure. I think, yeah. Zeus coming with that skin.
I love this Zeus skin,
Yep,
like with the
yep,
shield
yep.
and all. Like it, I
Looks
feel like
insane.
I feel like Zeus with that skin deals way more damage than Zeus with no with no armor or set.
He just looks
Uh,
scary.
Okay, so we are underway right now, and our first pause of the match comes out.
The ceremonial pause that we have.
Okay, so it's gonna be a tiny mid lane. Kill This Love was really, really good on the Queen of Pen previous match, so I'm really excited for this matchup between
Mhm.
Zeus and Tiny. Who do you think is gonna come out on top between Zeus and
To be
Tiny?
honest, I think Zeus can really poke Tiny hard. I mean, in a Zeus versus Tiny matchup, I think Tiny's gonna have a hard time unless Tiny's like really, really good.
Yeah, but then the thing is, Zeus is really, really squishy, and if he oversteps even a little bit, Tiny
Yeah,
can
I
just
mean,
toss him into the
see,
tower and
we are
with the
assuming they have
avalanche.
their basics in place, right? I mean, you have a Tiny in the opposition. You're not
Yeah.
gonna go beyond the river. That's the deadline for you. It's simple as that. That's your Lakshman Rekha.
And also Zeus, like I really want to see a lot of roam coming out from the support position for because if Zeus is not able to get any, like he's not able to secure roads, then he's just going to run out of mana. And what you're going to do when
Yep.
you don't have mana, right?
No, I think Zeus should hope for getting the bottle ASAP, and I think just pray that Tiny doesn't get it before him, or Tiny is able to get the runes on time, because without mana Zeus is pretty useless.
And let's see what Punisher has
So
to
we
offer.
see a
Because even
Juggy DC.
yeah, because
I
last
just
match
hope.
the Hoodwink was on point, and let's see like which Hoodwink was better, the last game or this game. Because last game it was a support, but they're like, yo, our support is dealing way more damage than our carries as well. Let's just take him as a
You've
carry.
been promoted. You've been promoted.
Like last game, if you notice, Hoodwink like was behind Luna's farm by what 400 to 500 gold.
No,
I mean,
that's crazy.
yeah, I mean that was actually a really really good snowball and domination coming
I
out from
honestly think
Punisher.
Hoodwink is a little broken. I mean, his stun is just a too long duration. I mean, it just becomes scary and the range, right?
Yep.
Range, AOE, and duration, all three are crazy.
And the best part is you don't even need a tree because you can put up your own
Yeah,
tree.
exactly.
You can get off the bushwhack and even the sharpshooter. Like I've seen a
these
lot of
crazy
people.
damage.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people using sharpshooter like to cross from terrains because there's a small pushback when you use your ultimate, right?
Mhm,
So even
mhm.
that's a really really good way to position yourself if you're like
Yep.
off guard. Okay, like if you can zoom the camera panel into the other side, I just want to see like what items are they going to be starting off with, like the Juggernaut. Okay, so it's gonna start off with the Circlet, which is a normal startup,
Yeah,
and
so he's gone for stats first, all
Yeah.
stats.
and the Weaver. I'm actually curious because Weaver, this is gonna be an off-land Weaver, right?
Yep, yep.
Okay, so he's gonna be going. Maybe he's gonna complete the red
Mid.
lane, but yeah, no, there's gonna be a mid lane coming out from Zeus. Yep, he
Yep,
already
yep.
has his Observer Ward. And
Mhm.
what do you think about this game? Do you think Punisher is gonna have the same momentum from last game and just snowball, like take a
I
small
mean,
lead.
very honestly, if I were Phantom 5 here, I would have actually taken 5-minute break before the match to re-strategize. Uh, they were in it like right away, so they really need to get themselves together, get their act on point, because the mistakes that they made in terms of their invent, I mean,
Mhm.
these are just basics, right? And you can't afford that in a finale.
Yep.
They may
And
be really
also,
good players, but yeah, the pressure is getting to them. Is the way
And
I
also,
see it.
when you're behind in goal, like there's no point in stalling out the game because they were way behind goal, but they wanted to take it to the late game, which is actually not possible.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
even for the Tinker could have done a lot. Like his score
I
was one
mean,
in five.
somehow Tinker pick in a finale opener. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not a huge Tinker fan. He does Tinker things, yes, but
but
either he has to be really,
yeah,
really, really good at pushing, or not take Tinker at all,
no, I
because
mean, if you're in a solo queue and you're a really good Tinker, that works out. But then if you're playing against a five-man team, right, an
right,
already
right, right.
five-man team, they know how to deal with a Tinker, and they did that so well.
Yep,
Because
absolutely.
Tinker's gonna come, he's gonna send out his army, he's gonna rearm, go back, and it takes time, right?
Yep,
And
yep.
Queen of Pen was able to capitalize so well because of the rotation he had. He was getting triple kill almost every game, and
I mean,
because of
Queen
that,
of Pain was on point with the rotations. I mean, crazy, crazy perfect.
yeah. I mean, I wish I had this kind of player during my ranked matches though. Like I get
Oh
in
man.
my ranked matches, like
Don't
one
even
match
get
I
me
was,
started. I
yeah.
mean, I had a witch doctor today. All the entire game, you won't believe. He just stood there with the shadow cloak, right?
Mhm.
Which makes you invisible. And he would just stand there. There were already two in the lane. And the whole game, he bloody stood there and he was cursing everyone. I mean,
And
it was just funny.
yeah, I mean, like welcome to the C server though. There's nothing you can do about that.
I know, right?
This is the beauty about C server, right? The toxicity, like you don't get offended by the toxicity, but you have fun with it.
I mean, well, toxicity. I mean,
Yeah.
as long as people can avoid letting it get to them, that's great. But yeah, such people should really learn, in my opinion.
Like this morning I watched the Spain match. Right,
Uh-huh.
Euro Cup is going on. I watched it and I
Yep.
was like, yeah. Before I sleep, let me just play one casual game, right?
Uh-huh.
So I went in, logged into my Dota, I played, and there was a techies in the opponent team. So the game stalled out for 1 hour, and we couldn't push the high ground. And every time we push the high ground,
You
we
die.
take yeah no, I mean like we don't die. Like we put a sentry
Mines.
ward, we take down the mines and all, but we're like
Mm.
with 1 2 casualties, right? And the audacity of techies to right, are you guys done pushing? Like after every push, he's like, are you guys done? Are you guys done? And it got into our head so much.
Oh my god. Well,
we had
that's mind
to
games. That's just mind
we
game.
had to take like 3 Roshan in order, and then like we forced them into a buyback. And after that, before the throne exploded, we were like, "Techies, are you done? Because we are done. Are you done?" Like we were just posting the game and like we were just getting to his head. But then he had us for like 1 hour, and so I slept really late. And it was Father's Day, so I had to wake up early again. Oh, and yeah, happy
Oh, yeah,
Father's
happy
Day,
Father's
Piyush.
Day to everyone. Yes.
Yeah, and Piyush is gonna be a dad coming next year, maybe, right?
What? No. No.
No plans.
No comments.
Why? Why?
Well,
Okay,
I
so
don't seem ready yet.
finally, thank you for unpausing the game, or
Yes.
else we would have gone into
What
a really
timing?
awkward. Yeah,
What wonderful timing. Thank you, teams.
we would have gone into an awkward conversation right there.
You know, right? And Juggy doing his artwork in on the mini map.
Yeah,
So is Zeus.
yeah. So
Wonderful artist we have.
there's gonna be a but. Wait. Okay, so the first smoke is gonna come out there. I think they're gonna use that just for the warning, because last game they knew that they didn't the Punishers and even Thunder 5 didn't invade, so maybe they're gonna go for a 5 minute smoke and they're gonna be invading, unless Tiny breaks off the smoke. Okay, so they're gonna go in,
I
and they
think
have
they
a
are.
really
Yep.
huge kill potential because they can just layer it out with a cookie, and they're gonna be stalled by the Tux. The Tux is gonna come and he's gonna break the smoke. They know that the Tux is there, and the
I think
stun comes out connecting
Tux
on the
was
two
not
people.
on the screen, and he's gonna pay for that.
Yeah, the snowball comes in, but he go okay. Okay. So
First
the
blood.
Zeus take the first kill. That was actually a really beautiful stun coming out from Zeus. That was a
Yup.
two-man stun, and they're gonna be
Oh,
following up and
Hoodwink!
Hoodwink. Instead of going back, he chose to stay. So, but if you
It's now
look
very
at the
interesting.
yeah, but if you look at the map, they will be able to get only one
The battle
bounty
begins.
unless Rubik picks it up. Rubik is waiting for it. It's gonna be 3, 2, 1, and Rubik picks it up. So there's gonna be three bounties. Yeah, there's gonna be three bounties in favor of Phantom. And even though they got 2 kills, right? They
Yep.
got the first guy and a 2 kill. Like they got 3 bounties, right? If Phantom 5 got that bounty instead of the Rubik, then it would have been in favor of Phantom 5. Like there was actually overall a really really good rotation with the smoke gang coming in early into the
Yep.
game.
No, I think Phantom 5 has, taken this time to, while the player was disconnected, to sort of re-strategize, and it looks like it's working.
Yeah,
At
I mean
least
it's
early game.
working out.
Yep. With
And
that, yeah.
with the land coming into play, this is gonna unless they have like a sentry ward put all over the map for the Weaver land, Laundry is gonna have a really hard time because he's just gonna go and base, take the farm and just go away. I mean this is gonna be if they don't overstep, then this
Getting
is
poked hard, yep, early on.
I mean this is what's gonna happen the entire game with Laundry and this land.
I mean, if they let him farm, they're done for.
Yeah, and they have to make sure that Laundry doesn't get the space that he needs.
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
so a stun comes out from this Zeus on the Lion, but to no avail, he gets no one, or maybe he just used the stun to secure the range creep.
No, and let's see. We see a ward coming out, a sentry coming out from Kyle. So yeah, let's see if they're able to now annoy the viewer a little more. Tiny standing there for some reason.
And Tiny's just gonna he doesn't mind taking few shots from him because he has a lot of damage. If he's able to get one smack on the Zeus, he's gonna smack and he misses the avalanche. I thought he was gonna use it on the Zeus, but Zeus casually walks away and he was not able to get any damage off of that. Can we look at the last hit? And I mean the denies.
Yep.
Okay, so Hoodwink, as expected, is leading the chart with 11. Like against a Juggernaut, right? Against a Juggernaut, he has a
I
range.
think
So
that Hoodwink promotion was long overdue, Kumar.
there's high chances. Like
Well.
we did well last game, so take this post.
Here you go.
But then,
We've been thinking about it for a long time now.
okay,
But yeah.
so the Lion is stepped on the way, so the bat.
Oh,
looks like
look
he's gonna
at
come on, and there's a beautiful stun coming in, and followed up by a snowball, and that's gonna be a really, really dead one shot, and the Hoodwink gets the first kill. And
Now, but you can see right now we were really taking damage with that one sentry. That's how sentries can change games, right?
yeah, and they must
earlier
have
years
figured it out by now. And Snapfire should just bring along a sentry and just devour that shit. Like just devour it. Or else this Weaver can't do anything much. And if you look at the CS between the mid laners, it's actually going neck to neck. They have like 12 CS overall, and
Tiny
the
has
only
one
thing,
extra deny.
that's about it. And they have the bottle, so you're just gonna go bottle it up, and he's gonna come back to lane. And actually, Zeus is playing a really, really good game. And so there's gonna be a dive coming in, and I don't know why Weaver did that because he took a lot of damage from the turret.
Pay. Rubik chasing. Oh, yeah. I don't know if he. Oh, damn. Meanwhile, Tuskar also chasing Lion here. Will Tuskar get Lion?
Yeah, like the spike is gonna come out in 1 second, but there is.
And in the top, oh my god, the Weaver turned it around. We missed it, but Weaver turned it around.
Yeah, like I actually thought Weaver was gonna get punished for that, but instead the low Dread gets punished. Like to be honest, like it doesn't matter that much for low Dread because he's just gonna come online with this huge bear. But
You know, right?
But Lion was trying to go and secure the bounty ruin, but he got spotted out by the Tusker, and even there was a good rotation coming out from the Tiny,
But
and the last hit was
yeah. I mean, the denies on Rubik, right, versus the denies on any of the other supports. That's what's very worth noting here.
Yep, he has already 4 denies already, and I don't know what this Snapfire is trying to do, but I haven't seen any impact coming out from this Snapfire. in this
Well,
game till now.
Zeus doing
Okay,
a good job of poking timing so far.
Must be nice to always have
Yeah, I mean that's just
dual
Zeus doing Zeus things.
And look at his last hits now. They've shot up to 30.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like
He's almost reached double.
you know, like this item Aeon Dix, like if Team Punisher makes Aeon Dix, then there is no way that Zeus can, bring them down, because this Aeon Dix, for me, in my opinion, is so broken in this meta right now.
Tell us more. I mean, I wasn't aware that that was the counter for Zeus. Please educate me and the viewers.
No, I mean, like, it's not actually a counter, like, it can negate so much of damage coming in from the Zeus.
Right,
I mean,
right,
overall. Okay, so there's a rotation coming into the Avalanche, into
Zeus
the
falls, for sure.
That's Zeus. And okay, so the Lion comes in, but he's a little too late. And oh my goodness, the Weaver gets versatile and there's gonna be followed up by the
Hell
Snapfire.
escapes with that tiny sliver of health. Oh my god.
Whew,
This
I
guy,
guess-
he's a very sneaky
yeah.
support.
And there's a tip coming out from the Carl, from the Rubik. I guess we were even last game using a Bristleback. They got punished because he was overstepping a little bit too far. And even this game, that's the same thing that's happening. So maybe Rubik is getting into the head by tipping him back. And there was a little bit of overstepping done by the Weaver, and because of that, he and his support had to pay for that. And if you look at the level, Laundry is already level 5. Weaver is just level 4. The cookie comes in, there's a beautiful
Nice.
shot coming out,
Radiant's
and the
by that.
Weaver
is under attack.
and
GG
okay,
player,
so
GG player by the
Zeus,
Sapphire.
yep, and Zeus has bottled up the double damage ruin.
Tiny bottles, the
And,
bounty
yeah. I mean, what do you think? Double damage is better or bounty is better?
I mean, hands down DD. You get the extra charge as well, right? With DD, so hands down.
And Carl is and 404 on the Tuskers looking for a rotation over here. I still wonder why they haven't put up any ward. Like they have no ward on how they're gonna be rotating. And Zeus is
Oh,
on the
look at
other
that.
side of the map.
GG. Did you see that play from Snapfire? I mean, this Snapfire Weaver combo is really working out for them now.
Yeah, I mean
They,
we were
they're
talking
getting
about
their
it.
act together. Yep.
If they're able to land their cookies, well, then Grandma, is so scary. Yeah, I mean like there was a
AoE
meme.
stun,
Yeah.
damage. Perfect.
There were okay, so the snowball is gonna come in, but then they have a lion for the backup. The lion comes in, the stun.
This Tuskar is just annoying. Okay,
Okay,
Junkie
so
TP is in perfect timing. Blade Fury to Tiny and Tiny is taken out. Can they get Tuskar as well? No. He escapes.
Yeah, I mean like there was actually a good rotation coming out from the Juggernaut, because Juggernaut was not getting any farm at all in the bot lane. Like, look at it. Putwin has 43 CS, whereas Juggernaut has only 24 CS. Like Juggernaut is having a really tough
Tough
time.
time. Yep, he's getting poked like crazy. I think the Radiant should also now try to create some space for Juggy to farm. Someone taking over the bot lane probably.
Radiant's bottom
Juggy
tower
stepping into
is
the
under
jungle.
attack.
Yeah, and if you like player to look out for this match. Okay, so the cookie comes in, but Kel is just gonna walk away, stepping a little bit too far, but he's gonna go walk away, and they're
Taking
gonna be
short.
getting the If you look at the neutral items, like here's a possess mark. Oh, and that's Gavin's blessing coming out for kill this
Tiny.
lap. So he's gonna use the invisibility and he's gonna make a rotation towards the
I
top
think
side. And they
he's
have
gonna
no,
gank
yeah,
top.
and they have no sentry wards as such, and they're
Yep.
pinging it right now. So this might be a dead Snapfire or a dead Weaver. Okay, so they're pinging it like go, and the
Look at
cookie
them.
shot comes
Oh
in.
my god, they're not bothered. They are just gonna take on Zeus with that ulti. The Zeus KS.
And that's a dead
I'm sorry,
Snapfire.
Morgan.
Oh.
Oh, poor thing. But GG plays there by Snapfire, I must say,
Yeah.
some very good cookies and good supporting. But yeah, I think a little low on the warding.
Dyer's
We were
tower
going in
has been
for that,
killed.
Oh,
courier.
and then the
Snipe.
courier gets sniped by the Weaver. I mean, this is
Yeah.
a huge win for the Weaver. Like he gets a kill. I mean, wait, Zeus takes the, kills, secures the
Zeus
kill.
Steals the kill.
Nah, we would say secures the kill. But yeah, but then like if you look at how the farming lane is being worked out for Weaver and the Snapfire, like Snapfire third skill and Weaver first skill, there's pure armor deduction coming in from both of them. So Lone Druid and Rubik are having a really hard time because of that. And there's gonna be
Radiant's
Lion
middle
is
tower
gonna
is under attack.
go for the stun and the Omni Slash into the Bellow Fury, and that's a that good win.
Wink. Yup.
I mean, Phantom5 is really stepping up this game. Like if you compare to
They're neck and neck. While there's less than 1k gold difference, but they're neck and neck in terms of kills as well.
yeah, like
And
if you
they're
look
really
at the,
putting up a hard fight, a strong fight here.
if you look at the previous match coming in from Phantom5, like Punishers was leading by in 9 minutes into the game they were leading by 4k gold, but now it's just 1k gold deficit, and they're
Even
having
less
a
than that,
really good game.
Oh,
Okay, so there's gonna be a dive coming in. There are two support. The
these
TP
guys
comes
really
down.
diving that Zeus hard. The Tuskar making sure that Zeus does not, he creates space for his tiny.
Yeah, I mean like not even that. Like if Zeus comes online, then they can just Zeus will be dealing the most damage among all of them. Like if you look at the damage chart, because Zeus has a potential. Like just by sitting, like if you get his scepter online, then with the Nimbus and with his God's Red, like he can like even if he's not in a team fight, he can dish out
Radiant's
so
bottom
many
tower
damage.
is under attack.
I mean, unbearable damage is what I would
Yeah.
say.
Uh, and the lion throws out the stun, but to no avail, he gets no one. So the echo shot into the bushwhack, and that's a dead juggernaut. That's a really good. I mean, the supports are on point for Team Punisher. Like 404 and KL, they've been
Radiant's
doing
bottom
really
tower
good
is under
rotations
attack.
from the beginning, and they're going to be
Now they're looking for
smoking up.
ganking.
Are
Yep.
fortified.
Yeah, the Lone
Lone
Druid,
Druid.
because Lone Druid has been into the jungle and he has been farming the camps. So okay, is he gonna get spotted right now? The smoke is gonna break. Okay, the Weaver's gonna start it up. He spots the cookie fire, and there's gonna be a snap coming on with the finger of that, and that's
Lion with that death.
a dead Lone Druid. That was a really beautiful play coming out from Team Punisher. I mean Team
Radiant
Phantom.
structures
I mean they
are
knew that all of the
fortified.
supports just killed our carry. So like even Team Phantom 5, yo, if you can kill our carry, even we can kill our carry. So they instantly smoke up the cookie into the stun, into the finger of that, and that is a dead Lone Druid. So that's the first stack for Lion into this game.
Radiant's bottom
And
tower
11 minutes
has
into the game,
fallen.
I mean he must be pretty happy about it.
Dire's top
I
tower is
haven't seen
under
Rubik
attack.
being that effective in this game so
Radiant's
far,
middle tower
somehow.
is under attack.
Yeah, I mean like Rubik will come online a little bit later in the game, because till now like all of their level, I mean all of them just reached level 6 right now, so there's going to be so many juicy,
Dire's
like I
top
said,
tower is
your
fallen.
like Rubik for
Tower.
this, yeah, Rubik in
Yeah.
this match is like in a kid's store, right? Like which spell should I take?
He's
Like,
confused. Actually, he's
yes,
confused.
so many options are there. Okay, they notice that they're going to be diving into the middle, and they have stepped
And,
too
yep.
far. The snowball is going to
I think
go
the
in.
snowball
The wall
would be
is
a
comes in the
mistake.
middle.
Yep.
And they've overstepped a little bit, and Carol takes
Oh,
in.
nice time walk by Weaver.
Yeah, and then
And
the kiss
firing
is
mode.
gonna, yeah, the kiss is gonna come out, but I don't think they can get anything out of it. And the Weaver steps a little bit too far, and he has no time look, and into the bushwhack, and I guess, oh wait, he makes it out alive.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Okay,
Snapfire.
so
The drop.
Hoodwink, yeah, the Hoodwink comes out and he's gonna secure the kill. Like in Tiny had to pay for it. I guess that was a little bit of overstepping done by the Team Punisher. Like Rubik was too far ahead. Like in the TP comes into play, and
In fact, you see, Rubik makes it out alive, the sneaky little bugger.
yeah, I mean Rubik, they all focused everything on this Tiny, and Tiny was like there was actually a really good wombo combo coming out, like the avalanche toss
Radiant's
into the
middle tower is
buckle
under
shot.
attack.
Into the acorn, yeah, and into the acorn and buckle shot, that was really good overall. Like I would have to say, Snapfire on this Mortimer kisses, oh, that's gonna be game changing.
They're kiss worthy.
it is indeed kiss worthy.
Yes, let's see. And we see a Radiant scan coming out. I think they're looking for a team fight now. We see 4 heroes made for the Dire, 4 heroes made for the Radiant. Oh, nice
so the-
cookie!
okay.
That was a GG cookie on that creep. Oh my god.
And the stun is good, and they're gonna follow it up with the stun. Like the bushwhack comes in, and oh, the walrus punch into the sharpshooter, and that is a
Take it
dead
out.
lion. And the ulti comes in like in with the
Time walk
time
by
warp.
Weaver. Yep.
Yeah. That is so beautiful to watch. I mean, like, I was kind of skeptic about this Weaver pick, but this is coming into play. The acorn shot lands, I mean, the buckle shot lands, but oh, and Tiny, he has a blink already, so he's gonna blink in avalanche into the toss, and that is a dead snap fire.
My god. Yes, as predicted, a gruesome team fight. 1 kill for the Radiant and 2 for the Dire.
Yeah, I mean, but if you look at the
Yeah.
goal lead, even now, like, the Punishers are leading. Like, in Team Phantom is having a really good game too. and he's gonna get spotted, and he's gonna blink in and
Wow.
toss into the avalanche. Like
That,
we
that
didn't even see.
lion was
Yeah,
obliterated. I mean, you didn't even see the body fall.
the lion was just straight up sent to heaven, and he there was no return from that.
Oh
The
my god.
avalanche toss, the buckle shot, that's a dead lion, and he didn't even come back.
He didn't
He didn't even
even
land.
land.
Yeah, wait. And I'm having some twist of word, like instead of saying
Okay, go
what
on.
do you call it? Instead of saying bushwhack, I'm like buckle shot, buckle shot. I don't know.
Twist of words.
Yeah, twist of
Interesting.
words. Buckle shot. Okay, so they're gonna unpost and we're gonna go straight into the game. And things are looking pretty much even, like for me, I would say. And the rotations coming up from both the teams are so on point. Like in this Snapfire has been stepping up this game, because last game, Kill This Love on Queen of Pain was just dominating, and even this game, I wonder how many kills he has. Can you look at the stats, please? Okay, so he has 5 kills, and Hootwing has 5 kills. And there's gonna be a dead KL. He's gonna go for it, like in he's gonna use his ulti. Like in here, I guess he has stepped too far. He has a time walk, and he gets the kill, and he times walk.
Buzzes off.
Time walk.
Radiant's
Yeah.
top tower is under attack.
Indeed, indeed.
I mean, if you have noticed, even last match on the Bristol back, he has been playing this aggressive, right?
Yep. Absolutely. I am personally an aggressive player as well, so I can relate to the feeling, While I
Yeah, I
agree
mean,
it's not the best thing to do, but emotions aside, not the
okay,
best thing,
and
but
sir,
yeah.
they know that they have Weaver has no ulti, but he walks away. They have no detection. Like, why are you running into the jungle with no detection at all? There's no way you can kill off this Weaver if they have no detection. He's just gonna walk away,
Radiant's
and
middle
he
tower
gets
is
the
under attack.
Mortimer's thesis. That's the first steal of the game, and he gets the Mortimer kill and the toss into the avalanche, and that's a dead. Zeus, but
No,
oh, the
Lion
cookie saves
escapes!
him. The cookie saves him. This has been
Oh,
so
Mortimer's
good, and the
kiss!
Mortimer kills onto the Snapfire, like, have a taste of your
Radiant
own medicine.
structures are
I know,
fortified.
right? Oh, and rotate,
Radiant's
Snapper
middle
rotate
tower
by
is
that
under
bear. Oh
attack.
my god, these bears kill
And
my
he's
kill
gonna
poor
pay for it.
Snapper.
Yeah, like, and that was
Yep.
actually really, really good
Radiant's
coming in
middle
from
tower
Team
has
Punisher.
fallen.
And
And I don't know why this
Dire's
Juggy
top
hadn't
tower
joined the
is under
fight yet.
attack.
He comes in late. I don't know if it's gonna work out well for him or not. Not really sure. Okay,
oh, the
Lion
stun
with
into the
ult,
finger, and
nice.
that is, yeah, and then he is able to steal the finger.
Dire's
Like I
top
said,
tower
KL
is
is gonna
Oh,
have the
look at
time of
that
his life.
finger onto that Juggy. Oh my god.
But
Zeus takes out Kyle with his ult. Beautiful plays coming out here. The Hoodwink with the ulti.
Dire's
yeah,
turret
and
has
the
been
avalanche
killed.
toss comes in, and they're gonna
Zeus
pay
takes
for
down the
this fight.
courier at least.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's one thing to look forward to. Can we have a look at the map, please? Like, because I really want to, yeah. The map,
Yeah.
yeah. Because I honestly feel like Hoodwink might be leading the charge right there.
Tiny. Tiny and Zeus. Yeah, but Hoodwink is right up there as well. 100 goal difference between all three. But this is a very close match, I would say. You see the Juggies also up there on the farm. The Weaver's a little far behind, but the rest of them are up there.
Yeah, I mean, like, Weaver is just having a really, really good game. I mean, like, he's been there all around the map, and he's been playing so aggressive. He died a lot, so because of that, there was a small goal deficit coming because of that, and so the smoke is gonna come up, and they might be looking for the Juggernaut. If they
They
see a
are
little bit
looking.
of the Juggernaut, this is gonna be really, really dead Juggernaut, but oof, the Juggernaut just walks
Again,
away.
Rubik reveals his
Juggernaut,
position.
and Juggernaut has the Maelstrom. He already got the Maelstrom right now, and they're going to be looking forward. Okay, so they're going to be revealing themselves. Whew. This has been a
Okay.
really, really good game too.
So the
For me
Radiant,
so
no
far.
one to defend here. What do you think they look to do from here? Will they defend the tier 2 tower or attack the tier 2 tower in the offlane?
I'm pretty sure Team Fight is going to explore right now because they have the Omni Slash on the Juggernaut, and they're going to be capitalizing on that with the Gold Thread. And I'm pretty sure the time lapse is already out on
Trap.
Weaver. So
No. If you look at the cooldowns, I don't think Juggernaut has a cooldown. Neither does Zeus. So they might be looking to buy time here. Weaver does have his ult, and so does Snapfire.
mhm.
Lions, Finger also on cooldown. So yeah. While the Dire has all of their ults.
And the Rubik is gonna Rubik, okay, he died the last team fight, so he doesn't have any. He doesn't have the finger of that anymore. But that was actually a beautiful steal coming from KL. Like he's like I said, he's a kid in a toy store. Like he's getting all the abilities that he wants. Like he's just having the time of his life right there.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. And with that, with the resume, we see that the Radiant pushes the top tower, top tier 2 tower, and I don't know, is the Dire left hanging here? Okay, no. Punishers go for the bottom lane.
Is under
Yeah, and they're
attack.
gonna spot out the beer of Lord Druid, and they know that they're there. And I feel like because of the warding, because of a really good warding done by Phantom, right? They're able to scout. Okay, so all of them are in bot lane, so let's just try to pressure them. Let's just try to pressure the top lane, but to no avail. Ice Walk, Ice Walk comes in, and they were sneaky. They were trying to take the Baron, but they know that they're there, and Blink the Blink avalanche toss into the buckle shot. And that's a dead Weaver. He got CC so hard that he wasn't able. And the Fed ball comes in, and the damage was enough. And that was a beautiful. Oh my god, this
Snapfire
Hoodwink is on point this match.
He's been on point
Yeah.
since
No,
last match.
I mean, like they're layering it up so well. Tiny goes in, he throws the toss, he throws the avalanche, and comes in the bushwhack. And Hoodwink previous game and even now the bushwhack are on point, and they're just getting CC forever. And because of that explosive team fight, they're able to kill off the carries, and they have a 6k goal lead right now.
Yep, I think Phantom 5 now again falling behind here. I think they just need to regroup and just get their act together. There's no need for them to take unnecessary fights here. Let them come, let them make mistakes. Is what Phantom 5 needs to do here, I think.
Yeah, and then if you've noticed, Team Punisher, they don't make mistakes. Like the name itself, Team Punisher, they punishes them, and Zeus is gonna get followed up the avalanche into the toes, followed up by the
Just
Fed Ball,
punish.
and Carl is gonna battle free around. He's just gonna dance around them like, yo, can you catch me? The cookie comes in,
No,
the finger of
and
death.
cooking for
and-
the up finger.
Yeah, that is a really bad big. But to be honest, it's a win for Team Punisher because they lost a mid laner for a support, right? And Tiny's gonna get hacks into the stun, but then the helping hand comes in, he's gonna go for a snowball, but then the toss
Nice
for the
cookies.
bellow.
Oh my god, this Snapfire with his cookies is just GG.
Ooh, and the Waller's punch.
They should have taken the
he's gonna
ward,
be
yeah.
having
Finally
the
take the ward.
avalanche up. And Snapfire gets sniped down by the Hoodwink, and they're gonna be diving in really deep, and they get the Juggernaut as well.
Yep. Punisher, go on punishing. No mercy.
The telekinesis comes out, and he has the smoke right now to detect him.
Oh,
and
look at the
Bushwhack
bushwhack.
comes
Oh my god.
and they're gonna be following it up with a
snowball.
with a snowball, and it's gonna get bursted down. And another Bushwhack comes
Oh
out into the
my
top, and that is a
God.
dead Weaver. Holy cow!
This hoodwink. Oh my god.
This Hoodwink has been on point. Like even the previous game, Team Punisher picked it up, and his Bushwhack into the Icon God has been so devastating for the other team. Like I don't want to be in a, I don't want to be in Phantom right now because this Hoodwink is having the time of his life with the Bushwhack coming in, and he's always on
Scary.
point.
I do not want to see that hoodwink ever in my opponent. I am gonna remember that name, World Fave. Dude, I'm staying away from you. I'm gonna DC as soon as I see you in the opponent with a hoodwink.
And if you notice, the Rubik, Carl on this Rubik has picked up Earth Spike from Lion. So they have the telekinesis into the stun, so there's going to be a really good setup. But a smoke is going to come out from Team
Do you see
Phantom.
one more very interesting thing here? The Radiant supports are at like 3k, 3.5k farm, while the Dire supports are at 5.5k each. So there's a 2k difference between each of the supports. I think that's what's making the difference here. The supports are stronger.
And Tiny is just going to smack down the turret, and that's open up, and they're going to be taking the outpost right now. I was going to call it a shrine because I'm so used to it. So they have finally taken down the southeast outpost, and it's secured by the Dire team. And they're going to be looking to smoke. Oh wait, they have no smoke on their team, so they're just going to wait it out. And the bear is just going to take down the turret. And is Team Phantom going to reply to that? They're just going to let the tower go. I mean, they're losing the tier 2 tower very
This is the
easily.
second
And,
time they've tried to push that top tier 2 tower, and they're ending up paying for it. We
and
were
the
getting
blink, the
caught off.
toss into the...
And
This
GG.
is-
Into GG. Blink toss and GG.
Yeah, Blink toss Avalanche GG into the sharpshooter, and that is the dead Weaver. Weaver is not even getting the time to use his time
Time
lapse.
lapse. Yep.
Like,
Yep. It's scary. I don't want to be in that viewer shoes. But yeah, I think the viewer is playing too much on the front line here with no really tank. And I think
oh,
again, what what we talked about at the starting of the game, right? They don't have any sustain.
yeah.
They don't have anyone to front line for them.
If you go 8 minutes back into the game, right, Weaver was actually having a decent amount. Like he was being pushing, he was being aggressive. Like everything was working the play. Like in right now, okay, so Bell dance into the TP is gonna come out for the Juggernaut and just gonna go to base. But like I said, Weaver was having a really good game to be honest. But because of that one team fight near the Roshan pit, right? Like they tried to sneak in a Roshan when it wasn't time. They thought that all of them were
Unnecessary. Yep.
so they got caught off, and the wombo combos coming out from Team Punisher has been so good. They're layering it like icing on a cake. The blink, toss, avalanche, and as soon as it gets out, they have a telekinesis or they are following it up with a pushback, right? They're layering it so well.
I know, right? I mean, again, they're known for that. They should be called the lyrists.
Roshan has
I mean, like,
fallen
the
I have,
bickers.
yeah, I mean, like,
because-
okay, so the snowball is gonna get spotted to
Look
the
at that
lion,
damage
and
onto that lion.
shark coming in, and this is a okay.
Lion is dead. What?
Yeah, it is a dead
Dire's
liar.
top
I feel
tower
sorry for
is
the
under
Radiant team.
attack.
I mean, for the Radiant team to come back, right? The Radiant team.
Weaver and I think Juggernaut to gets much stronger than they are right now.
Yeah, I mean, they just have to wait for their BKB timings, because until and unless the
Dire's courier
the
has been
Dire
killed.
team has Phantom5 has BKB or status
Radiant's
resistance on
bottom
them,
tower
they really
is under
can't do
attack.
anything much because they have so much of CC, and the Juggernaut is gonna get caught off right
God.
here, and he's just gonna TP away. There's nothing you can do about it.
Wow, that Juggy was just lucky. I think if he was a second late, he would have been dead.
That should help.
But like I mentioned earlier, Team Phantom needs to make a lot of resistance items, or they need a BKB at least. Like if
And
If
Juggy,
they want to.
wow, finger. And he's got the ages, so he's gonna stay
he
alive.
picked up the edges, so he's gonna stay alive. And Kale and the snowball saves comes in, and the Walrus punch.
Vampire just escapes.
And
Oh,
Kale,
Kale with
this
the
is-
Mortimer's
this is-
kiss.
yeah, the Mortimer's kiss on them, and there's a scary
with the
tiny
heads.
walking up. And the bear is gonna chase them. The toast comes into, and there's a tiny airline for you guys. There's tiny airline.
Tiny playing catch with his
Dire's
teammates.
structures
Yeah, I mean,
are
how
fortified.
Team Punishers are playing, they're playing it so well.
Yup.
Like it's just textbook plays. And okay, so the item drop, the BM by the Tusker was so beautiful. He blinks it, he Walrus punch, the lion drops an item, picks it up again. Look at that. Beautiful plays coming. I mean, like Team Punisher deserves it. Like they're having the time of their life. They're having such
No,
good
but
games.
this particular match is is a match worthy of final. We saw some really amazing plays coming out from both
Yeah,
teams.
and they're just a dead juggernaut. Oh, really? The Black Sphere comes out, so he'll go with the safety. Like as I said earlier about the Rubik is gonna have a game of his life because there's so many ultimates and spells to steal from. Like first of all, he's okay. So there's gonna be a running race coming out in the top lane between the Weaver and the Oldwing. But the
Radiant's
Weaver,
top tower is
the
under
Weaver.
attack.
Do you think a Weaver or the Skrull is gonna win in a race? And they might get spotted right here if they have any
I think we were
detection.
gonna get
And then-
caught out here. Oh,
yeah, but
just
then they
barely.
yeah. But they have no detection as of now, so we were just gonna play it safe.
No, I
But
think
yeah.
they had a smoke, right? Sorry, dust.
Yeah, they have the dust, but
Dust.
like unless 404. Oh, that's a really good push. Wait, and the
Radiant's
blink
top
comes in from
tower
the
is under
KL,
attack.
and there's a
That's
hex
with the
and
blink. Oh my God,
no
it's
ball,
GG.
and that is that Weaver. I mean, see, this is what I was talking about. The Rubik is having the time of his life in
I
this
mean,
game. There's so many.
in this
yeah,
game, I don't understand. Unless you have complete vision of the opponent, you're just done for. Because
And look
that
and look at
tiny
the
throw avalanche,
Look at
yeah.
the spell steals coming in from KL on this Rubik. he
On
will
point.
either have a
On
Heart
point.
Spike or a Hex or a
Radiant's
Finger
top
of Death or
tower
a
is
Mortimer's
under
Keys.
attack.
Like there are so many
And
options.
just when he needs it. Just when he needs it. He has the right skill
Yeah,
at the right time.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
I think as a
and
Rubik, that is most important.
yeah,
Radiant's top tower
and
is
even
under
Rubik,
attack.
the Carl has a lot of lockdown, like into hacks, telekinesis into the paintball, and then
Yep.
he's just dead. If okay, so he's gonna load up the sharpshooter, and to know as well, he hits no one, but there was just a zoning ultimate, I should say.
Yep. And I think in this game it's
Radiant's
been the
middle
crowd
tower
control
is under
effect.
attack.
In fact, in both games, Punisher being very reliant on crowd control for
Hmm.
their combos to land correctly, and they have a lot of chain CC heroes, right?
Radiant's top tower
Yep.
has fallen.
And the thing is, like, even though you have a lot of chances to heroes, like one of my friends, right, like, who I played Dota with, right, I always get
Radiant structures
I
are
always get
fortified.
scolding because like I genuinely
Dire's
don't
bottom
layer it.
tower
Like
is under
once
attack.
they start, I just
Oh
blink
yeah,
in,
yeah,
use
yeah,
all of my spell,
you
and
go blindly.
yeah.
You have to wait for it. God.
Okay, so there was a beautiful warrior splash into the snowball, and then and the cookie toss comes in.
Radiant's top
God. I think it
So
was that a
cookie toss.
misclick. Was
No,
that a
no, no,
misclick from
no, no,
Sapphire or Rubik?
no, that wasn't a mistake, but there was a steal coming out from the Rubik. And this game, this Rubik, oh,
Radiant's
yeah,
top
but like I
barracks are
said,
under attack.
they're gonna take down this range barrack. Oh wait, they just backed it off. They thought they had the range barrack, and they're gonna go back again with the bear,
Look
and
at that
the
Juggy.
go.
What he's doing, I have no clue. I mean, I get your farming, but wouldn't you want to defend your
No, I
barrack?
mean,
Radiant's middle
I know, I
tower
mean,
is under attack.
at this point in
And
game, right?
Lion denying that barracks, really?
No, I mean, at, if we are 29 minutes into the game and Jagannath is not
Dire's
having
bottom
that farm
tower
that
is
he
under
needs,
attack.
so he's forced into the enemy jungle because that's where he is safe. And the snowball is gonna follow it up into the water spot, and there is a dead lion. And the Weaver might kill off the Lone Reader, but he's gonna
Oh,
transform. And
Lord
there,
transforms. Yep.
and with the Blood Fury, he's just gonna TP away. I mean, that's what Juggernaut should be doing. Like, he's not getting farm anywhere. Look at his network. He has only 12k network, and if he goes into the jungle, he can farm his triangle, right? So he's forced into the enemy's triangle. It was actually a really, really smart play. But then the blink into the telekinesis into the Warrior's punch, can they kill him off? And yes, they can. The bear collects the kill, and carry or lose, I don't care, comes out with a triple kill.
And Hoodwink, look at that. Just farming away to glory. Currently at 16.4k farming. Almost the same
Yeah,
as Blood, right?
and if Tiny already has an Echo Saber and he has the Deathliest queued up, and they just go on the
Useless.
rush into telekinesis into the avalanche into the snowball, and that is a dead Zeus. Whew.
Radiant's
That's a
They're
really,
just
really beautiful
swamping them
wombo.
now.
Yeah, they're layering it so well. Like, it's so good to see this kind of Dota being played by
Radiant's
Team
middle tower
Punisher.
has fallen.
Like the name itself, they're punishing. Early into the game, they had a really, really good game, and Lion got disconnected from the game. I don't think Apostle is gonna come out. This game is already gone, so they're just gonna take down the tier.
Radiant's middle
They're just gonna
tower
take down the
is under
barracks,
attack.
and I guess this is GG from Team Phantom.
Punisher.
Radiant's
Team
bottom
Punisher.
tower is under
No, I mean
attack.
GG call from Team Phantom.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Radiant's
my bad.
middle
Sorry.
tower has fallen.
Yeah, GG for Team Punisher and GG call from Team Phantom 5 is what it looks like.
And as you can see, like Shangi Yasha late into the game, like if he had gotten the Shangi Yasha by prior to minute 25 to 26, that would have been good. Like in his 31 minutes into the game, and if he has some resistance, yeah. So
By
he's
the
just
way,
gonna.
Kuma, quick correction there. Sange and Yasha.
Radiant's ancient
Yeah,
is
Sanjin
under
Yasha,
attack.
wait. My bad.
Dire's top tower
Okay, so
No,
he's
no,
gonna dive. They're gonna dive in into the fountain, bathe in the glory of the
Radiant's
sunrise. They're just gonna
ancient is under
dive in and they're just gonna kill everybody off except for the
Nah,
Weaver and the
this is
Juggernaut. The Juggernaut
Rubik throwing those Mortimer kisses all over, and it's
and
GG here.
GGWP for
We have a
coming out.
winner.
And the first ever Dota Summer Cup tournament by Control Esports. The winners are the Team Punishers, and they have played such a beautiful game of Dota.
Absolutely. I mean, this was just insane. I think a treat to watch from Punishers. We look forward to more of this in coming events, guys. A big congratulations to Team Punisher. Hard luck to Phantom 5. I would just like to say I'm sure they gave it their all because they were super duper excited about this whole matchup, and they said we're going to punish the Punishers. Unfortunately, better luck next time. Unfortunate for this round. But GG guys, GGWP, all the best to you. Look forward to having you in more future tournaments. And Kuma, thank you for being here. How did you enjoy the tournament with us?
I mean, so far this has been. I mean, this Dota tournament has been so good. Like you mentioned earlier, rebuilding India's Dota 2 community, right?
Right.
Like we have so many talented, good players. We have so many talented players, right? High-ranking players, but then they're not getting the stage or the podium to showcase their skills, right?
Yep, absolutely. I think
Yeah.
again, I honestly did not expect such a good response from the Indian community,
Hmm.
and with the response that we've received, we are super duper happy. We are super excited because it shows that the community is still there. It just needs to reunite, I think, and once it does, we'll be really in a place to start playing competitive, having regular tournaments, having leagues, building an entire circuit for it, and
Yeah.
just working hard, as a community.
And at the end of the day, like the community is the backbone for any game to thrive. Like even though we have such good talented players, if the community doesn't back it up, or if there's no response from the community, then there's going to be a dead game.
Absolutely, absolutely agree. I think we definitely need to work together as a community, as one unit, instead of being split up. Just really take good care of teaching the new players. So I've been personally helping new players learn as well, and you guys can
Mhm.
too. I think just try to broaden the community, teach new people, be patient, be nice.
Yeah, and then like age is just a number. Like
Yes.
generally, people are like, "Yo, I'm 25 plus, or I'm about to hit 30." So like competitive for me, like it's not gonna work out. But that's not true.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, I think let's see. We're super duper excited. This one was an awesome one. Super excited to host the next one, which will be announced very
Hmm.
soon. So guys, be a part of the community. Don't go anywhere. Join us. The link is there in the description down below. Be a part of the community.
So
That's my parting
next,
comment. Yeah.
so next time we will be having another Dota tournament coming into the future, right?
Oh,
Because this response,
absolutely. You
yeah,
can you can
this
look
response
forward to
was
the
so good.
announcement next month. I would say. We will definitely be announcing the next tourney next month,
Mhm.
sometime next month.
And this
And
is
yeah,
and yeah, community. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Like crowd control has so much to offer. Because
oh,
if you, yeah,
absolutely.
if you guys are not familiar with crowd control sport, they started off with mobile MOBA, where they partake in an Arena of Valor tournament, and they got official sponsorship from Arena of Valor itself, and they were able to bring in like really good casters from abroad. So like that's how it works, right? First
I
of
think
all, you
yeah,
start. Yeah, I mean, first of all, you start with something small, and you build it up. And how do you build it up? With the help from the community, right? So,
absolutely, Kumar. I mean, you're too kind, I would say. But yeah, I mean, absolutely. I think without the community support, we can't get anywhere. We would definitely need
Mhm.
the community supporting us, backing us, and offering. Hopefully having more viewership as well in the next couple of tournaments,
Yep.
having new people introduce the game. So yeah, definitely very keen on that. Also, by the way, Kumar, in case you missed the news, Pokemon Unite has been announced,
Oh
which is a
yeah.
mobile MOBA, right? And just for our viewers as well. So it's the new or the only Pokemon MOBA to exist. It has been announced. It's coming to Nintendo Switch devices in July and mobile, so Android and iOS in September.
Oh, I don't know how many MOBA should I be playing, man.
Well, you asked for it, right? We
Yeah.
like
No,
till
I
five
mean,
years
like,
ago,
yeah,
people were complaining like this is the only MOBA. We only have Dota and League of Legends. Now you have the whole variety
yeah.
to
Like we have
pick
so
your
many
picks.
options right now that we're like, yeah. But then at the end of the
Yeah.
day, so much of anything is bad. I will try it out, like for sure. Anyway,
No,
thank you so much
absolutely.
for
All
having
right.
me, and
Thank you for being here,
congratulations
my man.
once again to the Team Punishers for being the first ever Dota 2 winners on
Yeah.
the summer tourney by Crowd Control Esports, home for the MOBAs.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you so much. Good night. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your Dota. I look forward to the next one. Bye bye. Take care.